Here we go! Ready? Ready! 180!
It has been said that the obstacle is the way, and this obstacle is now back-to-back losses.
Back-to-back L's. It's not the end of the world, though. I still think there's time for this team to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to finish the season strong. It's not over yet. 2 bad weeks. Flush it down the toilet. Refocus the mechanism. We're ready to rock and roll next week.
It just needs to be about finding a way to win a game right now. In all likelihood, 99.9% chance the college football playoff now is not a possibility anymore. That's okay. Let's worry about winning a game. Let's go back. Let's watch the film. Let's get back to being who we are so we can get this ship right.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Set. Hut. Set. Ready? Hut. Black 14. Hut. Here we go. Set. Hut. White 29. Let's go. Hut. Blue 30. Hut.
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game be. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody.
White 53. Black 88. Black 88. Black 18. Get ready. Set. Red 18. Here we go. Red 54. Blue 22. All right. Blue 85. Get set. Set. Let's go. Set. You and me. Red 80. Set. Ready? White 80. Black 14. Red 29. Here we go. Set. Set. White 29. Blue 30. Set. 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 Ready? White 53. White 10. Black 88. Black 18. Red 18. Red 54. Red 80! Red 80! Set! Set! White 80! White 80! Hut! Black 14! Black 14! Get ready! Set! Here we go! Hut! Red 29! Hut! All eyes! Hut! Get set! White 29! Set! Blue 30! White 53! White 53! Let's go! Hut! Set! Black 88!
winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort.
action on first down. Going for a big play right off the bat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 30. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find...
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
He doesn't need...
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged in the middle, it's Gonzalez. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Sweet cut there. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. It's a seam wide open, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, football, there's so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Ready? Break. Single, single. Red 29. Red 29.
Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just...
Turning it on! Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to get behind the defense. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Penn State.
Quarterback's abilities to...
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Bust through behind his pad. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And added on again, this offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent, beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. He's moving out of the pocket. Inside the 40. Oh, he got loose. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the 1st down. That is a killer. If you're the defensive coordinator, you've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy.
Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets...
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to...
They'll start this drive with a pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Finds a man on the right. Finding an escape route. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework.
There he goes! What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Gonzalez. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Working that left side now. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually...
And he runs it in for the score! Touchdown, Penn State!
Man, this offense has started the season off so... One and 0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unleashes one. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Now improvising. He'll try to do it himself. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. And he watches in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home. In all three facets of the game, their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 34-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Running into the open space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, if you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Catch in the middle, it's Gonzalez. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score. This offense has it with really good field position. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. It's complete on the right side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. There he goes, breaking the pocket. This late in the half, here's... How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, the running back has it. Shakes off the defender. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed behind the line. It's Martin. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. He uncorks one deep. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to...
They'll go back to work on offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down. Made a defender miss. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
I think oftentimes for a quarterback, accuracy goes down a little bit when you're not throwing from the pocket in a good throwing position. Every time you scramble, every time you start running, you really got to make sure that all of your fundamentals are in check. And that time, the quarterback just got a little bit out of whack, and that affected the accuracy on that throw.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
That's caught. It's Norton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be...
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Moving away from pressure. Got a man, it's Martin. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
The short hands, it's Gonzalez. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Let's go.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
The Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He breaks a tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Still looking on the move. A strike downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And man, they're taking advantage right now.
An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. He makes a catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense
Fighting for the goal line, and the ball's out.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned it.
This offense can think about being really aggressive. 1st and 10 from the 24. Looking to scramble. Trying to make magic with his feet. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there was some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
Pulls it in, it's Morton. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Spinderella. Touchdown, Penn State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Turning it on. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The snap sets up to throw. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The offense cashing him in on that drive.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Dances away to buy time. Blasted as he lets it go.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Norton. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
Using his legs to buy some time. After the filthy move, he's got room. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He wants to take the top off. Makes the catch at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
When these offenses...
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He lets one fly deep, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And I get why this offense is aggressive. They've been doing what they wanted, right? And they've built this huge lead, but they can't get careless. Like, don't make those mistakes that might get this defense back in the football game.
Quarterback extends the play. Got a little space. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Sends it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grab near the marker. It's Norton. Touchdown, Penn State! This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Under fire. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Let's go.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love the play.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Going to try to get it himself. There he goes. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's rain,
the Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
and they're upset with themselves too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to escape and get it himself. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Oh, what a move to get open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing on the run. He's got it inside the 15. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Collins. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He's going to take off. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
We really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. On the move, he fires. He's open on the right. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
He caught it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense...
And he will score! Touchdown! They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to run it. At the 45 on his way. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. To the air on first down. Going deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Reynolds. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Going right to work up top. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes the catch. It's Martin. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. We've reached the brink, and Penn State is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him. Try to get him on the ground, but this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let him fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
On third down, he drops the throw. He'll pull it down. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's fumbles in consecutive weeks. Coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
Man, these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So
he breaks into the open. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
He fires a bullet to the right. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Penn State. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. He'll start this drive firing. Got it in the middle. It's Martin. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Got some room in to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Holds it in. He'll work his way down to the 28.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking it.
Looking to scramble. He'll try to do it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Second down, they'll go to the air. On the run, still looking. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown! Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the Heat. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Gonzalez. And they get him down. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And they've really featured this guy today.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. Pulls it in, it's Norton. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new
Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer against this athletic front seven on defense.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. It's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Quick catch on third down. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
You know, I got to tell you, as an offense, moving forward in this.
Here we go. Right.
The play action fake. Caught over the middle. It's Norton. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice game.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Denmark. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw into.
The give out of the gun. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and really good third down situation.
You don't want to get carried away. It's still early, but that was an impressive performance to go to 3-0. What do you think? How good is this team, David?
I love when you say you don't want to get carried away. But, you know why you say but? Because we're going to get carried away. Great start. This is what we do. We're going to react to what we see, and 3-0 is exactly how you draw it up. You build momentum, you start to build confidence, and you start to look like a team, Jesse, that might could do some damage later on in the postseason.
So, can they drown out the noise? Can they not pay attention to what we're talking about and how good we think they are and just keep that workman-like mentality each and every week?
Off the play fake, looking to throw. He's hit as he throws it. Caught over the middle. It's Gonzalez. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big game.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looks like he's going to run it. Picks up the first and is still going.
And this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice game.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. Tackle after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Boy, tight windows as always down here. They have trust in throwing it. You just have to be smart.
Solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on 2nd and goal? And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football.
And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Boy, how about the push up front by the big fellas here? And when you can get pressure like this, that's what separates good defenses from great defenses. And you think back to the Michigan teams, when they've been exceptional, they've had defensive line played just like that.
And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to pass it. He's going to take off. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Well, it's 2nd down and forever. You know they're going to throw the ball. They want to throw the ball, but to the credit of the defense, there's just nothing open. How about this quarterback? Instead of throwing the ball away, he picks up some big yards. They got a real shot here now on 3rd down.
Grab down the middle. It's Gonzalez. Tackle made, but a big play all the way to the 48.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
The Nittany Lions begin a new series here, 1st and 10. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Gonzalez. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
And the Nittany Lions will try to keep this drive moving. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Nittany Lions are in the red zone now.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They connect.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. Trying to run, it's Martin. End zone ahead. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Penn State.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. There's contact on the throw. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the +40.
Well, this is what you love to see, right? The quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hand. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds room at the 30. Breaks into the clear. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. An effective running game is why they're on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop them. On 1st down, it's play action. Fires it to the wideout. He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down, but it's a big gainer for the 47.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Martin.
The running back at that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Oh, they pick it up. It's still a live ball.
He catches a break here. Ball is on the ground. It ends up bouncing right back to him to avoid a disaster for the offense.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to scramble. And he'll heave the ball deep down that right side. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle made after a big gain.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Swarmed by the pass rush, a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Moves out of the pocket. Oh, they swarm him again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time, the defensive line just came right in, expecting the pass, and blew up the play.
Looking deep downfield to the left. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, Chris,
and the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Looks like he didn't get this. Off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5.
Single.
From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. On the move now. He bought some time, now lets it go. Pass is tipped at the line and will fall incomplete. Good play.
boy, when this guy gets out of the pocket and starts to create, you kind of hold your breath knowing what he can do. But how about the defense here? They did a good job of forcing him to throw and taking away the scramble.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Lets it fly out of the wideout. It's a bullet, but incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I love
in the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Lennox. Big swings at the 45. He's in the clear. Past the 20. They finally get him down at the 10-yard line. Sets up a 1st and goal. What a play. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. 1st down, looking to throw the football. Pass caught, can he get in? Touchdown. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. They'll run it here. He's got room to run. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, this is a huge touchdown late in this game to make this a 2-possession game with under a minute to go. I think it's safe to say they can secure victory here.
When you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.